hectic.
Welcome back to it, Mzansi. You are tuned into Hectic 99, and I think just before the ad break, I found out why Chanel's been so jittery throughout the show. And I actually went onto social media right now, and it says Chanel needs your help to solve a mystery because apparently, like, someone is sending you messages in 3 boxes. Now, I mean, Vanessa, we've got all these boxes here, and before we actually want to open it, but you're saying we can't.
Well, ordinarily on a crime scene, you would wait for the crime scene expert, who looks like a smurf, to arrive on the crime scene. They would cordon it off, and they would be responsible for collecting any evidence that they felt would contribute to the resolution of that particular crime. In this instance, you think that there's evidence in these boxes.
Yes.
By you touching them, which you have already, we would probably need to take a reference sample from you, and that would then exclude your DNA if it was found from that particular piece of evidence.
So Chanel has already contaminated 2 boxes.
Yes. She has, but we can exclude that. So we would then take a reference sample from you when taking your statement.
Can we
This crime scene expert would then undo that and then package the evidence in particular evidence bags, and he would seal them and put a barcode number in each particular one, which is then sent back to the forensic science laboratory. And each item of evidence would then be analyzed, and a DNA profile, if found, would then be entered onto the database and compared against the reference profiles to see who, in fact, it belongs to.
So I think let's ask our crime scene expert to start getting us evidence so we can put it in these bags.
I found a letter in the first box, so maybe we can go and just check out the letter.
So in the first crime scene piece of evidence, let's see what kind of biological evidence the crime scene expert would look for. So in this particular case, it's a letter. So what would we find on it? Probably saliva, because the person would have licked it.
Yes.
There may have been indications of fingerprints. Now, we're not necessarily looking for fingerprints here, but the skin cells that we shed when we touch something could have been left behind. And that at the laboratory, they would then swab that for fingerprints. But you would be responsible, the crime scene expert, for packaging that in a particular way and sending it to the laboratory for them to determine if biological substances were left on that piece of evidence.
Now, I want to know is that, like, is everybody on the system? But what if the perpetrator is not? Like, how do you guys go about finding this person?
Well, the DNA database is only a crime resolution tool, so it's not for every single person in the entire country to be on the database. So what they will do, they will take a reference sample, which is a swab that you take from the inside of your cheek, from all arrestees, as well as from all convicted offenders, and they will compare that to crime scene evidence. If there isn't a match, that profile will remain on the database, and maybe later when somebody is arrested for an unrelated offense, it could be linked back. Your profile would only be for exclusion purposes and would then be removed after a certain amount of time.
Now, guys, you know, with all of this crazy weather in Cape Town, I think I've got a little bit of the heebie-jeebies, so I've already sneezed over.
Are you trying to make excuses,
Friend,
Laurie?
I'm just saying I sneezed over the evidence. I just want to, like, let everybody know that
Wait, Laurie, the suspects are Mangaliso, Megan, and Kieran. Why am I getting this feeling that you should be on that suspect list as well?
I'm sorry, am I not just declaring?
Well, that's a very good point, because as a witness, or if you are saying that you might have contaminated...
Why is she trying to clean herself, though?
Okay, you know what? I think let's just get to the viewers. Please, can our crime expert just continue with finding some more evidence so we can help your situation? Because you're starting to be cheeky about this whole situation right now. You need help. Okay, cool. I'll start on Instagram right now. And the graphic is up, and it says, Chanel needs your help to solve a mystery. Someone is sending her messages. She has 3 suspects. Could it be Mangaliso, Megan, or Kieran? Hashtag Hectic99. Let us know what you think. Just by looking at this, I think it's Kieran. Hey, the 3rd person. Something about him. Let's just read some of the, the comments we have right over here. And basically, the very first one by a gentleman called CR Madewell says, hashtag Hectic99, Mangaliso. So he believes that it's Mangaliso. Your fam _ Clint says, hashtag Hectic99, Megan. And then, this is the suspect himself, Mangaliso Mchijwa. So he saw his
trying
profile.
to shift the blame as well.
He says, hashtag Hectic99, Kieran. Just look at him, straight-faced emoji. With 2 Dusan the, what a name, okay, says it's Kieran. Mqebi Sihlai says hashtag Hectic99, LOL Megan, you're so guilty.
Wow.
Chris Gedeza says #hectic99 Megan. Wow.
But you know what, Laurie? I've been thinking because, I mean, all of them have motives, right? Mangaliso, I don't listen to him if he wants to take pictures of us at all.
Because, yeah, he's helping out with social media, okay?
Megan, I sometimes ignore her calls on the floor. Like, I don't listen to her.
And then Kieran, he's a scriptwriter.
Last week, I was going off at him about, you know, writing a piece that I was not happy with. So all of them have
a motive, hey? And, okay, cool. Well, let's go over to Twitter right now. We've got Veronica Zwini saying, Uber, I'm enjoying the show to the fullest. Thank you for bringing entrepreneurs to help us know how to make a business at an early age. Okay. And then we've got Mr. Entlek Music saying, at Hectic Nanan, wow, guys, nice show. And there's obviously a little bit of coffee over there.
Okay.
And then let's see if we can go up a little bit more.
Okay, so let's see. The DNA. Okay, cool. So what have you found, Vanessa? Like, based on all the evidence that we gave to you, and I only contaminated 2 boxes, what have you found? And do you think we have the perpetrator?
Well, this is why there's a specific process that has to be followed, is that once the crime scene expert has delivered that evidence to the forensic laboratory, they will then analyze that evidence, and that resultant profile will then be compared to those taken from the suspects.
Okay.
Remember that this is not CSI that we see on TV. That doesn't mean the person's guilty just because their DNA sample was found on the evidence. They still have to go to a court of law and explain what it's doing there. They may have a perfectly reasonable explanation as to why it was there, but it puts that person at a crime scene categorically, and that's why it's so important.
Wow, so what you're saying is that we can maybe say that we found this person and this person's DNA on that box, but then my actual perpetrator can still be on the loose.
Well, they still have to go to a court of law and let the magistrate or the judge decide whether in fact they're not guilty based on the evidence. But remember, this is such a strong form of evidence, there's a pretty good chance that if it is their DNA, they will be convicted.
Friend, I hope we get to the bottom of this. Can I give you a hug? It's okay.
But what if it's you, Laurie?
Friend, it's gonna be okay. Don't worry about this. I'm here to help you out. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, okay? We're gonna do some more investigations, guys. We will find out who has been stalking Chanel. We will find out. Friend, we will find out. Don't worry about this commercial break.
I know they say it's proven until innocent until proven guilty, but it's like guilty until proven innocent.
Friend!
Wait.
I am not the perpetrator!
Hectic.
Vanessa?
I feel like you owe me an apology though before what happened.
Friend,
before
it's
the break.
guilty until proven innocent.
There
Everybody
are
in the
3
studio.
suspects. I am not one of them.
Everybody in this studio is a suspect at this present moment.
It's innocent until proven guilty.
Vanessa, I feel like saying it's guilty until proven innocent.
But that's why evidence is so important, because actually it's an amazing form of evidence to often prove that where people think that certain people have committed a crime, like in your case, you have a number of suspects, the evidence is actually going to indicate who in fact did it. And that's why it's so important to use evidence to prove a particular case. So in this case, you would take a reference sample from all of your suspects.
And you did that.
And then thereafter, compare the DNA analysis, the sample and the profile to that taken from the evidence. And that will indicate to you who in fact put those boxes together and who was perpetrating the crime.
Vanessa, who did it? Who did it, Vanessa? Is it Mangaliso, Megan, or Kieran?
Mangaliso. It's been confirmed.
Guys, he's been right under our noses all this time.
Mangaliso. Mangaliso. Vanessa just said, you are my stalker. Why, Mangaliso?
How did you guys find me?
Well, you licked one of your envelopes.
It was saliva evidence that proved that you're guilty.
Jou spieg was op die envelope.
Drinking coffee in the Hectic 99 studio.
Mangaliso, why?
I've always wanted to become a
Get
Hectic 99 presenter.
Friend, it's okay. I told you. Don't worry. Come, give me a hug.
Did you help him, Laurie?
No! Guys, Chanel is not okay.
Did you help him, Laurianne?
Why are you doing this to me? It was Mangaliso. Okay. Anyways, sorry.